Hello, everybody, and welcome to Best Boys Podcast, a show by film students, but not just for film students. I'm your host, Leo.
And I'm Jessie, the other one. So, I have something I want to share with you.
All right, okay, off to a good start.
So, Disney, as we all know, The Incredibles 2 has been nominated for Best Animated Feature at the Oscars.
Okay.
As has a few other movies, including Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is a better movie.
Yeah, clear winner there.
Yeah, like, Incredibles 2 is good. It's fine. It's good. But it's not as good as the first one, and it's definitely not as good as Into the Spider-Verse. But anyway, so Disney Pixar tweeted, was it this morning or yesterday? It was yesterday. No concept of time anymore. It tweeted, Incredibles 2 is both super and subversive. It's a quote from like a Rolling Stone review. It says, for your consideration, best animated feature. And literally every reply to this tweet is the same gif of Spider-Man from Into the Spider-Verse. Like his spider sense doing like the thing.
Okay.
It's literally like every single one. It's the same. It's just the same. It's all the same gif.
Why?
Because they're like...
I mean, I know it's making fun of the tweet, but like, what does that specific gif have to do with it?
I don't think it's necessarily like about that specific gif, but it's all... I don't know, I think it's just a universal agreement that like Spider-Verse is better.
Yeah.
It's just universal agreement.
The world came together and announced that Into the Spider-Verse was better than Incredibles 2.
Yeah. Which, yeah.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
It is. Also, I don't know how I sound right now. I imagine I sound tired.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So, I went to bed at a respectable time last night, but I went to bed a little drunk. So... got a little bit of a hangover. It's funny, I woke up like at 7:30 this morning and I thought it was Wednesday.
What the fuck?
I legitimately thought it was Wednesday.
Absinthe? What happened?
It was just 2 Seagrams. I don't know why it fucked me up so bad.
Jesus.
Well, it's funny. It's like I woke up, I was having a dream where like, I don't know, my parents were being really stressful in my dream. And, like, I needed to, like, schedule, like, a counseling appointment at my school to, like, vent about my parents being stressful. And my, like, counselor was like, okay, can you come in at, like, can you come in on Thursday at 12? And I was like, yeah. And then I woke up, and I was like, it's Wednesday. And I need to go there tomorrow for my appointment. And then I was like, wait, no, it's not. What day is it? It's not Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Is it Friday? What day is it?
How long was I out for?
Exactly.
What year is it?
I think it's also because like I had the GSA party last night, and GSA meets on Tuesdays.
That makes sense, yeah.
So like there was a little bit of that, but like still.
For the most part, it was just like your dream made you stupid, and also alcohol.
Yeah. Also, I had a dream. I had a VeggieTales dream.
Oh, good.
So that's fun.
Earlier when we were talking, you said that you kept getting up to go to the bathroom this morning because alcohol makes you piss. This morning, because I was hanging out with our friends here in my city last night, and then I went to bed around midnight-ish, and I had work this morning at 8, so I got up at 5, because my body was like, you have work, you have to get up at 5, even though that's not the case. But I got up at 5 by accident. I was like, oh, I can still sleep. And then I'm like, wait, I'm thirsty. I'm so very, very thirsty.
Same here.
So, you heard of night water?
Maybe.
There's
just
like,
the concept of drinking water at night.
Yeah, and it's like so much more satisfying and like super crisp, especially if you're like drunk as shit or like high or like hungover or something like that. Night water is very, very good, but something about 5 o'clock in the morning water when the sun hasn't risen yet is very, very good. And nice. I kept waking up. I woke up like 3 times between 5 in the morning and when I was supposed to get up at 7. And I was just like pounding water every time that I woke up. I was like, I still have like 45 minutes left until my alarm goes off. Water. So I would like scuttle to my my fridge, and Sasha is out of town this weekend. Sasha's out of town this weekend, so I don't have to worry about wandering through the house naked. Yeah, so I just like scuttled through my house when it was pitch black, naked, and I'm just like, water. And like, for some reason the light in our fridge is broken, so I was just standing in pitch darkness, just chugging water out of a jug from my fridge at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just like, this is what God intended for mankind.
Nice. Also, for those wondering, I just took what feels like the biggest stretch of my life.
Are you leaving that audio in of you going?
Maybe. We'll see how it goes.
Well, now you have to, because I made a joke about it. I like referenced it in podcast canon.
So now it exists. Oh my god, yeah, that was a very good relieving. Shit, I have to pee again. Genuinely have to pee again.
Do you want to go pee? I'm gonna eat the rest of my sandwich if you go pee.
Yeah, okay, I'm having a pee break and Leo's having a sandwich break.
I'm gonna chew directly into the mic.
Cool.
Also, I'm making you edit this episode.
That's valid.
A topic that you wanted to bring to the table today, huh?
Yes, I did. So, you're not really a superhero kind of guy.
I think I used to be. I used to be more into the idea of just like dipshit kids with superpowers, but like I'm not really big into like Marvel or DC superheroes. The more like, I guess the more polished version of a superhero, I guess.
Your Supermans and your Captain Americas and your Wonder Womans and... Yeah,
they're very, like, cleaned up characters, I guess, rather than, like, I don't know, like some dipshit high schooler that figures out that he can make sandwiches appear if he thinks about it too hard or some shit.
I really love that idea of a superhero that, like, can just conjure a sandwich.
Yeah, that was a character that I made when I was, like, 15 in high school.
That's a really good idea, though.
Yeah,
I think you like Marvel more between the two because like DC characters are basically like gods among men, like they're just perfect in every single way. And that's like the appeal is like, you know, how do you defeat a god basically, you know, like Superman's basically unstoppable except for like 3 things in the world. Like, Batman is, like, the most prepared and genius person who's ever lived, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they're all, like, I don't want to say Mary Sue's, but, like, they're, like, they're kind of creeping up to the line.
The word is a male protagonist.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair.
That's true. But Marvel's thing was always, like, they're more, like, they're actual people with, like, actual problems, like... The Fantastic Four were, like, dysfunctional, and they had, like, arguments, and they didn't get along. Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, is, like, an arrogant prick. Spider-Man, like, he was a teenager, he got dumped, he failed his tests, you know, he got sick, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, he actually had, like, problems. Tony Stark's an alcoholic.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, like, they all have, like, actual, like, human problems, as opposed to just being, like, these, like, just perfect specimens.
I have definitely seen more Marvel movies than DC movies, so that kind of gives you an indication.
There are also more Marvel movies than DC movies, ultimately.
That's true. They have, like, a cinematic universe, whereas DC is trying?
We'll get to that.
Okay.
So that's what I want to talk about today. Because when I was a kid, I way preferred DC over Marvel. Like, I had no interest in the Avengers. I didn't see it in theaters. My friends were all like, let's go see Avengers. I'm like, no. I'm seeing Dark Knight Rises. That movie's gonna be great.
Fuck Tony Stark.
Fuck Tony Stark. Fuck the Avengers. I don't care. And now I'm, like, older, and I've actually seen almost every movie in the MCU. I have no interest to see The Incredible Hulk, honestly.
You know what? That's one of the ones that I have seen, and it's not bad.
Really? Okay.
It's a different guy. It's not Mark Ruffalo, but...
I've heard it's, like, whatever. It's fine.
It's fine. I do... There were parts of it that I genuinely liked, but I feel like overall it was not, like, that awesome of a movie.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's, like, in the MCU, but it's a completely different actor is just, like, confusing and weird, so that's totally fair.
It's pretty much, like, null and void.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing that carries over from it is the fact that the Hulk exists, and William Hurt, who plays General Ross, shows up, like, in a couple of the movies later on.
Yeah.
But he's pretty much, like, just there, so it's fine. But anyway... I love the MCU, and I think what they're doing is really, really good and clever, and I really admire most of the movies in that universe. And DC has been trying. They've been maybe not trying their hardest or their best, but they are trying to make their own cinematic universe, which for a while was called the DC Extended Universe, or the DCEU. But recently, at Comic-Con last year, they announced, well, actually, it's not called DCEU, it's called Worlds of DC. Which is less good.
Multiple worlds.
Yeah, well, that's the idea. So, you might have heard that they're doing a Joker origin story movie that's set in the 80s Lord. With Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker. Okay. Have you heard about that?
I think so.
It's like a gangster movie, sort of, but it's set in the 80s, and it's a different Joker, and it's completely separate from the DCEU.
You know, I am very tired about hearing of that. I'm very tired of hearing about the Joker, but that sounds kind of cool.
It sounds interesting.
You had me
cautious.
At 80s for sure.
Yeah, that's fair. I think Martin Scorsese is like executive producing it, so that's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's Worlds of DC now, because they're not focused on, like, a single universe. Although most of the movies they're, like, talking about making are set in the one universe.
Yeah, that's, like, the Justice League one, right?
That's the Justice League one with Ben Affleck. Although it's not gonna have Ben Affleck for much longer, because he wants out.
Yeah.
He wants to get the fuck out of there.
That's the one that Wonder Woman is in, too, right?
Yes. So, the problem with... For a very long time, DC was just constantly, like, announcing movies and movies and movies. Like, all these movies they kept announcing over and over again. But they were movies that, like... They'd only put out, like, one movie at that point. And they just kept saying, like, oh, and we're doing Justice League, and we're gonna give all the characters their own movie, and we're gonna, give, like, 5 different villains... like their own movies, and we're gonna do like a spin-off of every character from Suicide Squad, like, yeah, it's all just so much based around like a bunch of different movies that are all completely different from one another.
Yeah,
like Man of Steel is very serious and very very stoic and serious, and Suicide Squad is like trying to be silly but not too much.
Yeah,
and then Justice League is just goofy and weird and dumb and bad.
Yeah, I have not seen any of these films, but from what you've told me about Justice League and what a lot of people have said about Justice League, it was not a very good movie.
It's a fucking mess. Everything about the DCU is fundamentally broken, and I think that's incredibly interesting. I have a lot of, like, interest and regard, I guess, for the DCU, but it's not good.
Yeah, that's fair. I think what it seems to me is, like, you like what it could be.
I like what it could be, and there's a part of me that kind of likes that it sucks.
Yeah, it's like... I don't know, it's interesting.
It's interesting, because, like, they have, like, the blueprint of how it could work. They just need to look at what Marvel's been doing for, like, 10 years.
Yeah.
And just do that. And instead, they went in this completely different direction, in this really weird direction, and then they went in a different direction.
Do you think it might be because Marvel has their established universe that DC doesn't want to do that because they don't want to seem like they're copying or whatever? Because they are like competitors, right?
They are competitors, yeah. Well, it's interesting if that's the case. They're definitely doing a lot to jock Marvel's style, especially as of late. Like, they've been doing more of like a Marvel kind of tone, like a bit more jokey, a bit more silly, a bit more fun.
Yeah.
A bit more color, definitely. And especially with like Justice League and Suicide Squad, they had post-credit scenes, which is what Marvel's like known for.
Yeah, that's a little bit chomping Marvel's flavor. I'll agree with that.
I've never heard that phrase before, but I love it.
Really? You've never heard the phrase chomping somebody's flavor? Yeah, that means like basically ripping
really
somebody
good.
else's thing off.
I love that. That's really fun.
It's really funny.
So, look, over the past couple of years, since the release of Man of Steel in 2013, they've announced so many movies that are in various stages of development.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to talk a little bit about these movies, because I think it's so interesting what they could be and what they're probably gonna be.
Yeah.
Which is less than good. So
it's definitely less than what we want them to be.
Yes, agreed. So the first one that's coming out, this is like coming out. They made a movie. They did it.
We did it, fellas. We made a movie.
They made one movie. Shazam, which is coming out in April of this year.
Okay.
Do you know anything about Shazam?
I really don't.
It's a kid, he's like a foster kid, and he's like pure of heart, so this wizard gives him superpowers, basically.
That's fun.
So it's sort of like a Big thing, like the movie Big with Tom Hanks. So like whenever this kid says Shazam, he turns into like this like adult Zachary Levi man.
Oh, okay,
who has
yeah.
superpowers. And it's like, it looks very silly. Like he is flossing in the trailer. Zachary Levi flosses in the trailer.
Oh, fuck me. Okay.
But it does
immediately dating the film.
Yeah, but it does look fun. It looks fun. There's a bit where he goes to a convenience store and he says, "I'd like some of your finest beer, please." Like, cause he is a kid, like in the body of an adult.
I looked up Shazam, and the first thing I see is the promotional poster, and it's like the guy in like his suit with the cape and all that. He's like holding his phone, texting, and like blowing a wad of bubble gum to evoke like childishness. And the tagline is "Just say the word." I dig it. This is a very good poster.
Yeah, it's cute.
I won't see the movie because I don't really care, but I hope it does well. It sounds neat.
I'll come back on the podcast and let y'all know how it is when it comes out.
Sorry in advance.
Cautiously optimistic, I feel.
Yeah, it looks fun. It looks like an interesting, like, almost silly movie. And
and I think
silly movies are fun.
Yeah, silly movies are fun. Like, not to take it too seriously. And I think that's the way to go with a movie like Shazam, especially.
I would like your finest beer, please.
Yeah, that's good.
That's really funny.
The one after that is February of next year, Birds of Prey. It's Harley Quinn, Black Canary, Huntress, forming like a team of sort of superheroes, and they're all women, and it's directed by a woman, which is...
Yeah, that's cool.
It's directed and written by a woman.
I thought it was Margot Robbie that was, like, doing it.
Yeah, she's producing it. And,
okay.
And starring as Harley Quinn.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I'm reading this bit about, like, the screenwriter, named Christina Hodson. She said that she wanted to, like, do something that's, like... She wanted to, like, expand on the character of Harley, like, now that she's, like, not with the Joker anymore. Like, give her actual, like, development. And I think... Thank God. Because I love the character of Harley Quinn. But, like, by and large, she's mostly written by men who don't know how to tell stories with women.
And usually her storyline is tied to her abuse from the Joker.
Either,
so
like,
that sucks.
Either her still in the relationship with the Joker, still being abused, or we're just gonna ignore the fact that she's in an abusive relationship with this maniac, and let's make a fun love story. Or it's her post-breakup, still struggling with the abuse. Like, they, we'll get to this later, but they are also talking about a Joker versus Harley movie, which sounds very stupid.
Versus?
Yeah.
That sounds...
like Batman versus Superman, but Joker versus Harley.
That sounds kind of gross.
Yeah.
Like, pitting an abuser and their victim against each other in some sort of, like... It implies that there is equal footing, and there really isn't.
Yeah, it's very
sucks.
strange.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, however, I am very excited about Birds of Prey, which the full title I think is very funny.
Okay.
The full title is Birds of Prey, in parentheses, and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn.
Okay, yeah. I think I've heard the full title. That is fun.
Yeah, that's cute. I'm excited for that one.
I mean,
if it was directed by a man and written by a man, I would not be excited.
Yeah.
If it was another David Ayer piece.
But, like, Wonder Woman was handled by, like, mostly, like, women writers and stuff, and that turned out fantastic, right?
I think the screenwriter for Wonder Woman was actually a man, but the director was a woman.
Okay.
But, like, that movie turned out very well, I think. At the very least, it was, like, good.
Yeah.
Although, speaking of Wonder Woman, the movie after that is Wonder Woman 1984, which is a sequel to the first Wonder Woman and set in 1984. So I guess, like, it's a Cold War thing? Because the first one was a World War
Maybe,
I.
Yeah, that sounds like it could be the case.
That could be interesting. They haven't revealed much about the plot. Just that the villain is Cheetah, who's going to be played by Kristen Wiig, which is interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
The bridesmaid actress.
Yeah. That's fun.
That's the only movie I know her from.
Ghostbusters.
Oh, yeah, that was her.
Oh, Lola Bunny from the Looney Tunes show.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Yeah.
I forgot she did voice acting. She also voiced some weird, like, kelp witch in, like, SpongeBob.
That sounds about right.
The first movie that I ever saw her in was Bridesmaids when I was in, like, high school? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever that movie came out.
How is Bridesmaids? I've never seen it. I've heard it's good.
Gross and, not my kind of movie at all.
Mm-hmm.
There's literally, like, a good 5 to 10 minute scene of them getting food poisoning and just, like, shitting all over a wedding dress shop. It's horrible.
Hmm.
I guess if you're into that kind of movie, it's funny, but I'm not.
Me
so
neither.
I really was not a huge fan. Aren't there, like, multiple sequels to Bridesmaids?
No, I don't think so, but they, like, the same, like, cast and crew, like, work together a lot on, like, other movies. Like,
all of those types of movies are kind of the same to me, so it's whatever.
I'm not a big fan of Paul Feig's other work, who directed Bridesmaids. He's also directed, Ghostbusters, which is fine. It's a fine movie. Don't at me.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God, don't at me. Also, DC fans are so ravenous and, like, hostile and angry about everything. So just as a blanket statement, don't at me about anything I say about the DCEU, because I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
You're not going to change Jesse's mind, I promise.
You really won't.
I trust your opinion on, like, most movie stuff. I
appreciate that.
I don't really watch a lot of movies. It's not really my thing. Superhero movies aren't really my thing.
Mm-hmm.
You are definitely more so of a connoisseur than I am. I trust your opinion as being a pretty solid one.
I'm, how you say, a connoisseur of superhero film.
You're a connoisseur of Tony Stark.
This Lego Batman movie has a certain, how you say, je ne sais quoi.
Do I detect notes of plastic? You're a sommelier of superhero movies.
Yeah. Wonderful. Although, going back to DC fans being hostile and angry, The Batman comes out in 2021.
The Batman.
The Batman. This movie... Oh boy. This movie's been in, like, some rough development for years. It was gonna be directed by Ben Affleck for a while, and then he wasn't gonna. And then he kept saying, oh, well, I'll direct it if, like, the script's good. but he was writing the script. So, like...
Okay.
It was very strange. And then news kept coming out from, like, different places that, like, he's, like, quitting Batman and he's not coming back. Or, oh, no, he's sticking around. Or, well, this is going to be his last movie. Or, no, he's just not going to do another one. He's out. Like,
isn't that kind of what it's been... I keep... Like, Tony Stark is just, like, the Marvel character that comes into my mind the most readily, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Especially from, like, the MCU. But isn't, like, Robert Downey Jr., that's kind of the case with him, too? It's like, oh, yeah, he wants to leave. Or, like, yeah, this is his last movie. And then it's like, oh, no, he's in this next one, too.
Maybe. Well, it's like he has, like, a contract that has, like... he's, like, signed on for, like, a certain amount of movies.
Yeah.
And I think that the next one, Endgame, is the last one in that contract. I could be wrong on that, though. But, like, as far as I know, there's no plans for him to, like, come back. But there's no plans for him to, like, leave. Although Chris Evans has said that, like, his time as Captain America is, like, by and large done.
Yeah.
Although he said he's, like, open to coming back and whatever. But, like, he said that, for the most part, like, this is his last one.
Yeah, I can respect that. They've been going at it for kind of a while.
Yeah, definitely. But Ben Affleck hasn't. He's only appeared in, like, 3 of these movies. And none of the movies he appeared in were very good.
Yeah, that can be kind of a downer for, like, a project that you're working on.
Yeah, totally, especially because, like, he also has had a lot of, like, personal issues. Like, he's been going through a divorce and whatever, and he's been in and out of rehab. He's had some allegations come out against him, which...
That sucks.
His brothers also had allegations come out against him.
Oh my god.
It's a lot. But yeah, it seems like he's, like... They have announced that, like, this is gonna be his last one. Like, the Batman is gonna be his last one, and he's gonna pass the title of Batman onto another character, and it's done, and it's over. We can all go home happy, hopefully. Yeah, I'm just done with it. I'm just so done with Ben Affleck in general. I'm just done with Batman, honestly.
I feel like a lot of people are.
I'm just so...
But
I don't care about the character at all.
But then there's a lot of people that are still just, like, really into Batman.
Like, there's so
And
much...
I never really understood it.
There's just too much Batman right now. There's the Batman movies, there's Lego Batman, there's... like, the Batman video games that apparently there's gonna be, like, a sequel to or whatever. There's, like, Gotham on Fox. There's, like, Batwoman is showing up in the Flash TV shows and whatever.
Yeah.
Like, just make it just go away.
You know what's... It might be, like, a controversial opinion or whatever in, like, superhero movie fan bases. I think there's a lot of Spider-Man, too. However, Spider-Man is an actually likable character, so it goes down smoother. That's true. Like, we just finished the Andrew Garfield run. We have the Tom Holland run. There's Into the Spider-Verse. There was the Spider-Man PS4 video game that came out relatively recently. Like,
there's like, the cartoon on Disney XD.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
Like, there's a lot. And obviously the comics. But...
That's true. I didn't even think about that.
I don't know. There's, like, a shit ton of Spider-Man going around and, like, being published. And, like, there's all these new, like, canons and comic series and movie series and whatever. But, like, Spider-Man is fun, though. So it's easier to, like them.
It's interesting. Whenever they announce, like, a new Spider-Man movie or a video game or whatever, I always go, really? Another one? And then they, like, put out a trailer, or I see, like... a picture of, like, a new suit or something, or, like, I don't know, just something, or, like, gameplay for the PS4 game, and I'm like, ooh, and I get, like, excited.
Spider-Man!
Yeah, but, like, whenever I see Batman, I'm like, I just get tired.
Have you seen that post that's, like, some idiot, like, talking shit about the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies? They're like, it's not a good movie, the story's bad, and the pacing, and blah, 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 and it's like... It's not for you. It's for me, aged approximately 8.
Yeah. That's fair.
And I think there's a little bit of that me, aged approximately 8 in everybody. And that's why Spider-Man appeals to so many people, because it's like, Spider-Man do cool flip. Yeah, and that's all. True. At the end of the day, that's all we really want out of a superhero movie, is some character doing cool shit.
Yeah, and, like... Batman does some cool shit. It's just most of his cool shit is, like, throwing a guy into a brick wall and being mad and being sad, and maybe his heart gets broken.
Yeah, it's like
they're
the
not
cool
very
shit is
fun.
just so bogged down with negativity that it's not fun.
Like, that's the thing, is, like, I like playing the Batman video games because, you know, he's, like, fun to play as, but he's not a very fun character.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's a very fun character, and he's fun to play as. So, like, I don't know.
Spider-Man do cool flip.
Spider-Man do cool flip? That's gonna be the title of this episode.
Spider-Man do cool flip.
After Batman, interestingly, after the Batman in 2021, the Suicide Squad in 2021. The look on your face says it all.
No.
Well, here's the thing. I thought the same thing, but it's gonna be like a soft reboot. Like, some of the cast are gonna change out. Also, it's being directed and written by James Gunn, who did Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I have a lot more confidence in him as a director than I did in David Ayer, who directed the first one. I definitely, like, trust him to put some color and fun and life into Suicide Squad.
Yeah, you were talking to me about that movie because you watched it again pretty recently, and, like, you talked about how the color palette was just, like, so fucking ugly.
It's very brown and gray, and some orange, and, like, sometimes there's some blue, and, like, some black, but, like, it's mostly, like, very muted colors.
Which is weird, because in all of the promotional images and shit,
It's
I definitely
all
expected
neon.
more, like, neon and, like,
Well, it's
very,
weird.
like,
The credit
Hot
sequence...
Topic circa 2009.
Yeah. Well, it's like all the marketing, all the posters, the box art on the DVD, like the title card and the closing credits are all very like that. Like, they're very colorful, bright, flashy, like greens and purples and like
There's a lot of pink. I saw
pinks.
a lot of, like,
yeah,
neon-ass
lots
pink,
of pinks and greens and purples and, like, very bright, neon, flashy colors. And then the movie is just so muted and diluted and bland and ugly to look at.
Yeah.
Like, even Killer Croc should be, like, fun to look at. He should be, like, a weird giant alligator man. But
yeah,
he just
that sounds really cool.
he's just a kind of a big guy, and he's kind of scaly and gross, and that's it. And also, he's, like, really weirdly black-coated in a weird way.
Huh.
Like, at the end, this is off topic, but at the end where, like, Amanda Waller's like, okay, you all get, like, a little thing you want. What do you want? And Harley Quinn's like, I want a coffee maker in my cell. And she's like, okay, cool. What do you want, Croc? And he says, B-E-T.
What?
Which is weird.
What is that?
Black Entertainment Television.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's the channel
right.
that, like, they show, like, Everybody Hates Chris reruns on.
Okay. Is he the same? Is he kind of the same thing as the way that you said that the orcs in Bright are weirdly black coated?
Sort of. He definitely wears, like, a hoodie, sort of.
Okay.
You know what? Come to think of it, he does wear a hoodie. I think he is from Florida. I think they say, like, in the movie that he's from, like, Jacksonville. I think they specify Jacksonville.
Then why is he a killer croc? Crocodiles don't live in Florida.
The alligator. Well, his thing is, like, he, like, has, like, a skin condition, so he just looks, like, all scaly and gross. And he's also a cannibal.
You know what? Now I'm curious. I don't think crocodiles live in Florida, but I'm gonna Google it now.
I'm pretty sure it's just alligators.
Where do crocodiles live?
I'm pretty sure the first thing he says in the movie is, "Ain't you scared?"
Okay.
He has, like, a weird, like, it's kind of Cajun, but kind of just general Southern. I don't know, it's very strange. I think the actor who played him is, like, African. Like, from Africa. I don't know, it's all very strange. The entire movie's just an anomaly to me.
Yeah. It says they live in tropical regions.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they live in,
sometimes
like...
the Americas. I'm gonna look up Florida specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they can live in South Florida.
Okay, huh.
Looking this up has just exposed me to a lot of very nice images of crocodiles, and I'm having a very good time.
Good, you love
Look at
gators
this
and
funky
crocodiles. Oh, I so want to see this funky dude.
Can you see him?
Yes, I can.
He's got his mouth open. He's cool.
Oh, I love him.
I love him. Oh, this guy looks happy.
Oh. He does.
What a silly boy.
I love Gators.
Yeah, God, they're so
honestly
good.
Like, you've turned me around on Donald Duck and you've turned me around on Gators.
Good. Next up is Transformers.
We'll see.
Not the movies. Fuck that.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
I still have not seen Bumblebee yet, though.
Yeah, I've heard that's good.
Yeah, me too.
After the Suicide Squad, The Flash. So we have 3 thes in a row.
They're already doing a Flash TV show, right? Is it the same canon, or is it different?
No. So there's an actor who plays the Flash. What's his name? He's like the hipster Ezra Miller.
Oh,
Ezra Miller
yeah.
plays the Flash in Justice League, and he's like, it's a standalone movie for him. But it's like completely separate. They said that like maybe they could do like a crossover. Like there's a bit where like maybe Grant Gustin in the Flash TV show like runs through a portal and ends up like, where am I? And he sees like Ezra Miller for like a second. But like they haven't like explored it much. Which I think is probably for the best, because it seems like it would be confusing. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds weird, confusing, and unnecessary.
Well, I mean, like, The Flash, like, the TV show does a lot of, like, time travel and universe hopping and whatever. Because his thing is, like, he can run so fast he can, like, travel through time or whatever. Which isn't a thing, but go off with it, you know?
Yeah.
It's fake comic book science, whatever. This movie... I've seen this movie in like various stages of development over the years. This movie's had like 5 different directors and producers and writers. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They keep hiring and firing and rehiring and refiring different writers and directors. Looking at it right now, it looks like there's been 5 or 6. Wait, maybe 4. There have been 4 different drafts of the script. And it's all being compiled into one movie.
Holy shit. That sounds very confusing and bad.
One of the writing duos on it was Phil Lord and Chris Miller, who did 21 and 22 Jump Street, the Lego movies, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Like, why not just use their script?
What do you mean?
Like, those guys are, like, funny and cool, like, and write generally pretty good movies. Just use their thing.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs was fucking weird.
I mean, it's weird, yeah, but, like, I don't know, like, it's fun.
I like the first half of it, and then it just gets real fucking weird.
Yeah, that's true. But the Lego movie is really funny, and I've heard I've heard nothing but good things about, like, 21 and 22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
Like, so why not just, like, the Flash is supposed to be, like, kind of a funny character in this universe. Why not just have, like, the funny writers write a funny script and keep that, instead of having them like, oh, well, we'll use parts of your script and we'll use parts of this other dude's script. You wrote a script? Cool. And we'll just mash it all up in like a big...
Stick it in a food processor.
Just make it into a nice little chili
God.
Of a bunch of different scripts.
A gumbo of scripts.
Yeah, just feed it to you on a platter of garbage. I have no faith in the Flash movie. I will actually, like... What's something I should do? Give me a punishment if the Flash movie's good. Punish me. Punish me, Daddy.
So I'm gonna take the next Greyhound bus to where you live, and I'm gonna remove your spinal column. But I am thinking of a punishment for you.
Okay, good.
So if the Flash movie is actually good, you have to...
And when I say good, I don't mean like it's fun. It's bad, but it's like fun and silly. Like, I'm talking like actually like a well-made film.
Yes. So you don't like to eat a lot of things.
No.
It'll be food.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be anything like horrible.
But most food is horrible to me.
Yeah. You don't like avocados, do you?
Don't. No.
You have to eat an entire avocado.
No.
This is so stupid. Like, I'm gonna dare you, like, oh, you have to eat chips and guacamole because you don't like guacamole.
No.
That's, like, not a punishment for, like, anyone else on Earth. It's like, if
true.
this thing happens, you have to eat this delicious food, and it's like, oh, shit, don't make me do that.
That's what we kept saying, like, during the card game last night while we were drinking. Like, oh, you have to drink, and everyone's like, oh no, I have to drink this tasty booze. I have to imbibe this liquid that's like the entire reason for me being here. That sucks.
Right?
God
Hey
forbid.
dude, hit this bong as your punishment. Oh no, not my delicate sensibilities.
I have to eat chips and what most people on Earth consider to be very good dip. Oh, heaven above, help me.
No, you were also talking about dyeing your hair to look like a skunk.
No!
You said you wanted to do it until I told you that it would be a bad idea.
Yeah, but like, I want to last.
What?
I don't want to like keep garbage hair. I'm trying to look good, Leo.
Well, then don't put stakes on whether or not a DCEU movie is gonna be good. That's your problem. You made your bed, now lie in it.
Alright, what if it's not skunk hair, but like it's like a significant part of my hair is dyed like an ugly shade of pink?
Sure, okay. It has to be in the bleached part of your hair so you can actually see it.
Yeah, like bleached and like just an awful shade of pink.
Yes. Okay, we have your punishment. You have to dye a decent amount of your hair a pretty bad pink color. My least favorite shade of pink is the type of pink that almost looks purple but not quite. And it just makes me angry because I'm like, is that magenta? Is that lavender? What the fuck is that?
That's fair. Yeah, so if the Flash is good, I'm gonna dye parts of my hair pink.
This is on record. This is like on air. We have audio evidence and proof of you like taking on this challenge.
God damn it.
Do you know when this movie is supposed to come out?
2021. There's no like set release date. They get their shit
together before then. Doesn't sound like it.
And then there's a bunch of different. So that's all the ones that are like confirmed. They are in the development of making. They have like actual release dates set. They have like definitely like people attached. Everything else that I'm gonna say after that is just things they've announced that may or may not be happening.
Okay.
And there is far too many of these. Are you ready for all of these movies?
Are you just gonna like rapid fire list them off?
Okay, so there is like some details like about some of these movies that are attached, but also I think it might be funnier to just read through like all of the different movies.
Okay.
How many? Okay. Go. There's 19.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I think you should read them all at once just so we can hear how many thes there are.
Okay. There actually aren't that many thes. There's a couple of untitles.
Okay. Let's just read them all at once. I think that'll sound more ridiculous.
Okay. Lobo. Justice League Dark. Cyborg. Black Adam. Untitled Justice League sequel. Green Lantern Corps. Untitled Man of Steel sequel. Booster Gold. Gotham City Sirens. Deadshot. Nightwing. Batgirl. Deathstroke. New Gods. Supergirl, Blue Beetle, Untitled Aquaman sequel, Plastic Man, and The Trench.
I love the untitled sequels. It's like, we don't fucking know, dude. Like, we're gonna crank another one of these boys out to make us some money. We don't fucking know. Get back to us when the movie comes out. Maybe we'll have it figured out by then. It's like Aquaman 2. We're doing another one.
I just love, like, untitled Aquaman sequel. They're like, what should we call it? And then, like, someone just walks into the room. Like, Jason Momoa just walks into the room, like, looks at the whiteboard that says Aquaman sequel on it, and he just writes 2, like, really big next to it, and they're like, oh, a genius!
Everybody just loses their fucking mind.
He's cracked the code! He's done it! Okay, oof. Okay, so going back to, like, piece by piece these. Lobo. Lobo is like a Superman villain. He's an alien bounty hunter.
Okay.
And he's getting his own movie, I guess.
Cool. Never heard of this clown before in my life.
In February 2018, Warner Brothers was in discussion with Michael Bay to direct.
You know how I feel about Michael Bay.
Oh, I sure do, buddy. Dwayne Johnson was originally intended to star, but he's since been cast to play Black Adam in his own movie. Justice League Dark is Guillermo del Toro was confirmed to be working on the film, but he's not involved anymore. That's like
Good for him.
Yeah. He could have made it something, I feel. He submitted a script in 2014 and was no longer attached by 2015.
That bad, huh?
Damn, that sucks.
Del Toro's like, even I couldn't fucking make this work.
The plot will reportedly center around John Constantine as he forms the team to retrieve books of mysticism which are dangerous to mankind. The team's roster is expected to consist of Swamp Thing, Zatanna, Deadman, the Spectre, Etrigan the Demon, and Zatara, while Floronic Man would serve as the main antagonist.
This is literally the worst list of names I've ever heard in my entire life.
Tag yourself, I'm Swamp Thing. No,
Go
honestly,
through them
you're
again.
Swamp Thing. John Constantine, Swamp Thing, Zatanna, Deadman, the Spectre, Etrigan the Demon, or Etrigan? I'm not for sure how that's pronounced.
No fucking clue.
Zatara, and Floronic Man. Oh my god! I pulled up the Wikipedia article for Floronic Man. I've got to send you this picture.
Okay.
I just sent it to the Discord chat.
It says... Oh, what the fuck?
He's just a big tree.
He looks like he's covered in seaweed.
He's Groot, but with, like, underwear and shoulder pads made of grass.
This guy looks like he was left floating on a raft in the middle of the ocean for, like, 10 days, and they finally found him, and he looks like that.
He's covered in, like, barnacles and seaweed. God
Anyway,
damn.
that's me. That's I'm tagging myself as him.
You're the Floronic Man. Honestly, I could see you as a Swamp Thing because you love Gators so much.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Swamp Thing's apparently, like, a cool character, but I've, like, never read any of his stuff, and I don't really think I'm interested to. I like Constantine as a character. He's bi, so that's something.
That's neat.
They won't address it in the movie, though.
Oh, of course not.
No. Cyborg.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, a spinoff of the character from Justice League.
Yeah.
Who has zero character, zero personality. He does nothing.
That sucks.
He's really, like, honestly, like, I hate to say it, but he really is just there because DC took a look at the team and were like, we need, like, a person who isn't white.
Or else we're gonna get letters.
Yeah, so...
Not because they actually care, but because they know that other people would care. Having a minority character simply existing does not equal good representation at all.
Yeah. Cyborg is, like, better in the comics, I think, because he still has that personality that he had from when he was in the Titans and whatever, but...
Yeah.
Here, like, in Justice League, it's very funny. He had, like, one, like, cool, like, line that they did in the marketing, where he, like, pushed a big, like, exploding car out of the way of some cop or whatever, and he walked over to the cops and said, "You should probably move." And that's it. And guess what? That line was cut from the movie.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was in all of the marketing, all the promotional material for Cyborg, and it wasn't used. So it was one cool line. The one cool thing he did. Gone. It was originally... This one was scheduled. It was scheduled for a release in 2020, but is believed to have been delayed. I think you can just say it's been delayed because it doesn't exist anymore.
Postponed indefinitely.
Postponed indefinitely because, like, I mean, if it's coming out next year, good luck. It comes out literally, like, a year and 2 months from now. Supposedly. Right. And they haven't started filming yet. Black Adam. Black Adam's, like a villain for Shazam. He was going to be, like, introduced in Shazam, but the film's production studios have chosen to divide the narrative to focus on Black Adam's origin. Dwayne Johnson, who was attached to produce, has stated the two characters will cross paths in a future film. So that means that there is technically a 20th film in this list of Shazam and Black Adam hanging out or whatever.
Hanging out?
Well, because they're going to make him an anti-hero. I guess because Venom did well.
Okay.
Yeah. And also because it's Dwayne Johnson, and I don't think Dwayne Johnson can play a bad guy.
No, he's too sweet.
Yeah, he's too sweet, exactly.
He's a nice man.
Untitled Justice League sequel. So the movie Justice League was originally announced as Justice League Part 1 and 2. Because it was, that movie was announced a couple months, I think, after Marvel announced that Avengers Infinity War was going to be Part 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
So they said, oh, we're doing this too. In October of 2017, J.K. Simmons, who plays Commissioner Gordon for like 5 minutes in the first Justice League, stated that work on the script was in progress, while in December, Variety reported that there was no immediate plans for Zack Snyder to return to direct. Which is probably for the best, because he's not very good.
J.K. Simmons is he was J. Jonah Jameson in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man ones, right?
Yes, he was also Cave Johnson from Portal, and
he was Grunkle Ford.
I was gonna say Grunkle Ford from Gravity Falls,
and the Lion from Zootopia.
Oh
right?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was the mayor, right?
He was the mayor. Was it Mayor Lionheart? I think
probably.
Green Lantern Corps, which I think has been rumored that like Tom Cruise might be playing Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern. Warner Bros. Has described it as Lethal Weapon in space. Christopher McQuarrie is in discussions to direct the movie. He directed the last like couple of Mission Impossible movies, which I think lends credence to the possibility that Tom Cruise might be in it. Green Lantern Corps was scheduled for July 2020, but is believed to have been delayed.
Ooh.
Interestingly, the last time they made a Green Lantern movie, it was Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, and
Green Lantern was Ryan Reynolds' origin story.
Yeah.
No, I think I've seen Green Lantern be described as Ryan Reynolds' tragic backstory, which is really funny.
Yeah, well, and also X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Oh, yeah, that was weird.
Yeah,
I remember that shit. That was really weird.
He played Deadpool, but his mouth got sewn shut because, wouldn't it be funny?
Like, arm swords.
And he had, like, laser eyes, which Deadpool does not have.
Yeah, I don't think that's canon.
It's not. They make fun of it a lot in the Deadpool movies. Because of course they do.
Yeah.
Because he's so meta.
He breaks the fourth wall.
Anyway. Untitled Man of Steel sequel. I am not interested in this at all. Matthew Vaughn might be directing, but I don't fucking care. I'm so done with it. Booster Gold, I'm kind of interested in, honestly. So Booster Gold's thing is he's from the future. He's from, I think, like, the year 3000.
Oh.
You're very uninterested in that.
In the year 3000.
Yeah. He's from the distant future, and he's, like, very egotistical, very, like, I'm a superhero, look at me, I'm, like, a big deal, or whatever. And, like, no one thinks he is. And he hangs out with Blue Beetle a lot, so I think it's gonna be like a. They said it's gonna be a buddy cop movie.
They're friends.
Yeah, they're gal pals. Confirmed that the film will go into production once Warner Bros. Decide where it wants to place it with the current slate of films.
Once Warner Brothers figures out what the fuck they're doing, they'll announce this movie officially.
Gotham City Sirens. I'm so not interested in this. It's based on the Gotham City Sirens, a team consisting of Harley Quinn, Catwoman, and Poison Ivy. Fuck that.
Is it written by a man?
Yes, it is written and directed by David Ayer, who wrote and directed Suicide Squad.
Great. Yeah, don't feel too confident about that one.
Jared Leto confirmed to reprise his role as the Joker.
Is he gonna mail people dead rats and shit again?
He's gonna give everyone like a used condom that like written on it says, "Why wasn't I in the last one enough?" Because I think he's still mad about
society.
that. Yeah.
I fucking hate that. Method acting is such bullshit. Like,
yeah.
I really got to get into the role of my character. Notice how it's always, like, white men that are method actors, and they always get into the role of, like, the crazy guy, or, like, I'm so damaged, and I'm gonna take it out on everybody that I care about. Like, okay.
I've heard someone say this. I don't remember where I heard it, but basically it was something to the effect of, like, if you, like, walking from your trailer to the little X you have to stand on for your lines, if you can't get into character, like, in that amount of time, you're probably not right for the part.
You know what? That's fair. That makes sense. Like, if you have to constantly be in character to be able to perform well, then you're probably not a very good actor.
Yeah, like, jeez. Anyway, Deadshot, an entire movie focused on the Will Smith character from Suicide Squad.
The genie?
And Will Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
He confirmed.
Good job.
He confirmed last September that he would reprise the role and that the story is in development. Fuck this. They shouldn't do it. It's so pointless. Nightwing, just a movie about Nightwing. Which is weird because I think Zack Snyder said that Nightwing's dead in this universe. But okay.
They're gonna reanimate his corpse for the movie.
I guess. Or it's not canon anymore. Who fucking knows? Chris McKay is directing it. He directed Lego Batman. So that's interesting. Hopefully it'll be fun. But probably not. Batgirl. In March 2017, Joss Whedon was hired to write, direct, and produce Batgirl film.
He got, like, let off, right? Like, he's not doing it anymore? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Because, like, 2017 was not a good year to be Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
Because that came out. And then the same year, like, everyone was like, oh, come on, really? And then, like, later that year when Wonder Woman came out, like, his draft of a Wonder Woman script got leaked online.
Yeah, I remember,
and,
like
it was super sexist, and, like, the main character was, like, the Chris Pine character.
Yeah, like, I feel like I didn't read it, obviously, but I saw somebody, like, posting, like, clips of it, or, like, snippets of it, and they said that they counted, and the word bitch was used, like, 23 times, or something crazy like that.
Yep.
Fuck Joss Whedon.
And then, like, later, I think around, like, that summer, it came out that, like, he was just constantly cheating on his wife.
Yeah. For,
like, just so long with, like, fans of, like, Buffy and whatever.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And then Justice League came out, and he directed, like, half of that movie. And it wasn't very good. So he's no longer attached to Batgirl.
Yeah. Dodged a bullet there.
Apparently, after impressing Warner Bros. With her work on Birds of Prey, Christina Hodson was hired as screenwriter for Batgirl. And
cool.
Warner Bros. Is actively seeking a female director to replace Whedon.
That's cool.
I feel like they should have gone from the get-go, get a female director.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, like, Wonder Woman did so well. Like, Why get a man? It's so weird.
Yeah.
And that's why I keep bumping into, like, the David Ayer thing for Gotham City Sirens. Like, why get him to direct? The last movie he didn't do that good.
Yeah, he didn't do great in the last one.
Yeah, like, critically, commercially, it didn't do as good. Why? Why? Why, Leo? Why?
I don't know!
Tell me why!
Ah!
Deathstroke.
I contain the secrets to the DC Extended Universe.
Deathstroke. This is another villain movie. With Joe Manganiello reprising his role from a brief cameo in the post-credits of Justice League. Gareth Evans was attached as screenwriter and director. Warner Bros. Greenlit the film after Evans impressed executives with his story pitch, which he described as dark and unforgiving, similar to Korean noir films.
Oh, wow, okay. I'm not familiar with Korean noir films, but if that's such a thing that it has to be referenced specifically, that's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah.
That's definitely something.
That's a lot. New Gods. Which is about an alien race introduced in Justice League. Which is very weird, very 70s, very, like, Jack Kirby on acid, like, making up weird designs for aliens and whatever. Ava DuVernay was attached to direct, and she might still be. Oh my god, the main antagonist is Granny Goodness and the Female Furies.
I just think of Granny from, like, Tweety Bird.
You know what? You're not far off.
Oh my god.
It literally is just an old lady in, like, power armor. She's a deity and supervillain. Her Wikipedia article says.
Oh my god.
I just sent you the picture.
Oh,
in
you
the
sent me a
Discord
picture. Okay.
Chat. Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, she's literally like.
She looks like, what the fuck was that one? Oh, is it Martha Stewart?
She does kind of look like Martha
she looks
Stewart.
Like Martha
You're right.
Stewart.
You know what? Martha Stewart should play her.
That would be really funny.
Gods. You know what? If this movie gets made, which it probably won't, but if it does, they better get Martha Stewart to play her. If they don't get Martha Stewart, I'm gonna dye my hair entirely pink.
Oh my god. You might have to dye your hair entirely pink. I mean, Martha Stewart had that thing not too long ago where she, like, said the N-word or whatever, so they probably wouldn't be too keen on hiring her for anything. Also, she's not an actor.
No, but, like, is that gonna stop them?
That's fair.
This is the edgy DC universe. It's, like, edgy and dark and twisted.
And racist, apparently.
Yeah, so, like, whatever.
Oh my god.
It's fine. Supergirl. I don't know why they're making a Supergirl movie. Specifically because it already has a TV show that's doing very well.
Yeah.
Blue Beetle, which is, I guess, another... This is, I guess, a different movie than the Blue Beetle Booster Gold movie that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. It's like the friend, right?
Yeah. So it's a different... It's a Blue Beetle movie. Booster Gold will be in it, though. But it's like a different... Why announce two different movies based on the same two characters? I don't know, it's very strange. Untitled Aquaman sequel, which, whatever. Since, like, the movie made $1 billion, of course they're making a sequel to it. Plastic Man. That sounds fun. I'm hopeful for Plastic Man. Plastic Man, he's a superhero. He's more like he's funnier. He's funny and silly.
Is he stretchy?
Yeah, he's stretchy.
Okay.
He's really, really stretchy. They recently introduced his buddy, the Elongated Man, on on The Flash. What?
This is my friend, Stretched Michael. The elongated man. Wow.
The elongated man, yeah. And there is like a bit like in the show where they're like, hey, we should give you a name. And someone's like, well, what about Plastic Man? He's like, no. What about Elongated Man? He's like, yeah.
Genius.
Brilliant. In The Flash, he's like played by this guy who looks kind of like a young Jim Carrey. And he plays the character like young Jim Carrey. Like, he's very like Ace Ventura, like, whoa, look at me, hubba hubba, uh-huh. Like,
the stretchy Jim Carrey face definitely, like, makes sense for that character.
I dig it, yeah. I feel like it fits. I'm interested to see what they would do with a Plastic Man movie.
Elongated man.
And the last one on the list is The Trench, which was just announced like a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Warner Bros. Announced a horror spin-off of Aquaman, focusing on the villainous Trench Kingdom. Jason Momoa and Amber Heard are set to reprise their roles as Aquaman and Mera. So it's a horror movie.
Okay.
About some weird fish kingdom.
Some freaky underwater shit.
Yeah, which, like, interesting. But why?
Why aren't there more horror movies that have to do with the bottom of the ocean? That shit's terrifying.
Yeah, you'd think. I think it's, like, also, like, why aren't there more, like, superhero movies?
That's true, too.
They're doing one, I think it's either this year or next year, The New Mutants. It's, like, an X-Men movie, but it's, like, a psychological, like, supernatural horror movie.
Yeah.
They released a trailer, like, a couple months ago. It's like one of those, like, slowed down, pitched up covers of, like, one of the pop songs. Like,
yeah.
Those kinds of trailers. It's, like, it's another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd, but it's just repeating the "Leave those kids alone," like the children's choir saying "Leave those kids alone."
That's it?
Yeah, like, just over and over again. It's weird.
That sounds like it could be not very good.
Yeah, I think one of the dudes from Stranger Things, like the one who looks like Dane DeHaan, what are you looking up?
Frantically Googling who Dane DeHaan is so I can figure out which one of these kids it is.
He was in Amazing Spider-Man 2. He was, Green Goblin.
The Green Goblin.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the Stranger Things kids look like Dane DeHaan.
Not like the kid, he was one of the teenagers.
Oh,
he was, like,
the
sort of
ugly
into
one.
Nancy. Yeah. Will's brother.
Yeah.
Jonathan
Yeah,
Byers.
that guy.
That him.
I thought you were talking about, like, the Chillins.
No.
The Childrens.
The Childrens. No, of course not. I would never say something that horrible about a child.
Oh, no.
I like Dane DeHaan a lot, don't at me. I think he's
he
very
looks
handsome.
fine. Jonathan looks like Dane DeHaan, but, like, melted.
Didn't he get arrested, like, last year or the year before for, like, bringing coke to an airport or something?
Oh my god, I don't know. He looks like he would bring coke to an airport.
I'm pretty sure that happened. I'm pretty sure he got arrested for, like, bringing coke to an airport.
Huh.
And when I say coke, I do mean, like, cocaine, not the drink.
Oh,
Coke.
of course.
Not coked of cola.
Drop the Coca-Cola!
The Coke of Cola.
Put your hands in the air. And
like
wave
you don't
them.
care.
Yeah. This is a Pepsi-only airport. You will be shot if you bring Coke to the airport.
Wave your hands in the air like you don't care.
We're cutting all of this.
Word up. Charlie Heaton, that's his name.
What?
Word up. Yeah, Charlie Heaton.
I've seen some, like, photo shoots of him where he looks, like, fine. What's his name? Charlie Heaton?
Yeah. Heaton. Oh, he's British.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Huh. Heaton was denied access to the United States due to customs finding traces of cocaine, which caused him to miss the premiere of Stranger Things 2.
Fuck, he's, like, really hot when he's not in Stranger Things.
You know what? Yeah, he's handsome.
Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah. He's a dad.
What the fuck?
He has a son.
This guy is
born in
wild.
2014. Yeah.
You know what? He kind of looks like Norman Reedus.
You know what? Yeah, he looks like they put Dane DeHaan and Norman Reedus in a blender.
Aw, his kid's name is Archie. That's cute.
Oh, that's nice.
He's 25. Wow.
Yeah. Good for him. He's also a musician. He's a drummer in a London-based psychedelic band called Half Loon.
Huh.
I don't think we're cutting this. I think we're keeping this in.
We've been recording for over an hour already, and I haven't gotten to talk about Transformers yet.
We'll just have a long episode. It's fine.
We're just gonna have a real long one.
I like listening to long podcasts, personally. As long as the substance is interesting, and hopefully I think that was interesting. So that's the current state of DC movies. There's also more, like, there is the Joker spinoff, which is, like, Joaquin Phoenix. There's also another Joker movie that's in the works of, like, just Jared Leto's Joker. There's also a standalone Harley Quinn movie. There's a lot.
There's a lot.
There's a lot. There's too much.
It seems like they're just announcing movies to generate hype and then just, like, not...
I just don't know what's going on.
It's not a race, but Marvel's winning.
Yeah, like... It really does seem like... To borrow a phrase that DC loves to use in their Batman properties, the inmates are running the asylum, it seems.
Oh my god.
Like, it really just seems all over the place, and I don't know what they're thinking. I really just wish they could just get on track, because I want these movies to be good.
Yeah, you like DC.
I love DC.
And a lot of people do.
I want them to succeed. I want this, like, Birds of Prey movie to be great. I want Shazam to be, like, really fun and goofy. There's a part of me that wants The Flash to be good. It won't be, but I want it to be good.
Yeah.
It won't be, or I'll get pink hair, or whatever. Whatever the deal was. So yeah, that's the slate of DC movies, and I feel tired.
Yeah.
I feel tired just
I'm
talking
so
about
exhausted just thinking about these movies.
There's could you imagine announcing 20 different movies that are in various stages of not development? Could you imagine being, like, DC's, like, marketing person? Like, the guy who's in charge of, like, announcing these movies.
I'm sure there's multiple people, but yeah, being in that...
But it just... How?
Yeah.
Do you think they go home to their, like, their husbands or wives at the end of the day, and they're like, how was work, honey? And they're like, oh, I don't know, it's another fucking movie. Another fucking movie that isn't gonna exist.
This is the third
Another
one
movie
this
that
week.
isn't gonna exist. Exactly. We're doing an Aquaman spin-off. It's like spooky and underwater. Who knows?
Oh, can you tell me what the title of the movie is? Yeah, it's Untitled Aquaman sequel.
We don't even have a name for it yet. That's how confident we are in this fucking movie.
Yeah, that really does say a lot, that some of them are literally untitled.
Mm-hmm. They're just announcing movies before they even have a name.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous.
At least with, like, Avengers Endgame, they kept the title secret for a while.
Yeah.
Like, they knew the title, they just weren't gonna tell us, like, until they were ready. But, like, with this one, it's like, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, whatever.
Justice League? Yeah, maybe.
Justice League. More of them?
Justice League more.
Justice League, another one.
Justice League Dark, Justice League more.
Justice League, slightly less dark.
Justice League, alright.
How do you spell that voice crack?
Alright. It's like A-H-R-I-G-H-T, I would think.
Yeah, there's definitely an H in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna wrap up this episode for today.
What?
I'm gonna part the curtain a bit. It's been a full 24 hours since we actually recorded the rest of the episode. We took a break and then just never got back to it because we were both kind of busy for the rest of the day yesterday, and we just started finishing today, so Jesse's being a smart ass about it, but we're recording the outro at the beginning of a different episode.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just let you in on that little bit of movie magic, that editing wizardry.
I'm a smart ass.
Yeah. But we're going to call it quits on this episode. Do we want to plug our social media again?
Yeah,
I feel like we're not super consistent about that.
We're really not. I'm at GrinchFad on Instagram and at I'm Okay at Things on Twitter. I should probably have more brand synergy, but I don't.
I have brand synergy.
You sure do.
I'm on Twitter at Gouacheboy, Gouache, and I'm on Instagram by the same handle. I'm way more active on Instagram as well, just for the record.
I'm way more active on Twitter. Twitter.
Twatter.
That's a bad word, Leo.
It sure is. But so next episode we're going to be talking about one of my special interests. So buckle the fuck up, Jesse. We're going to talk about Transformers.
Ooh.
I binge watched all of Transformers Cyberverse a couple of days ago, and I'm ready to talk about it. So that'll be next episode. Stay tuned.
And opinions.
I have thoughts, spelled THOTS.
And I'm one of them. I'm one of your thoughts.
No.
No? Aww.
But yeah, we're going to be talking about that next episode, and eventually we'll start talking about some of the projects that we're working on in school, but we're just kind of working on the same shit right now, so we have nothing really new to update on that front. But stick around, stay tuned for the next episode, and I hope you enjoy hearing me info dump about something that I'm very passionate about. So we'll see you next time.
All right, see you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.